do like to turtle a little bit more. I'm interested to see if No Handcake go for that approach, because I've certainly seen times where they're a lot more offensive and they like to finish games quicker perhaps, but whether that's for good or bad is yet to be seen.
Yeah, it's a play style choice. I think you can play aggressive when you have cooldowns, but when you don't have cooldowns, you should be turtling. You should be waiting for those to come up. We can see the match is about to start, so we start on the Grand in this best of 5. Feral, Warlock, Shaman locked in for No Handcakes, and Rogue Mage Druid locked in for ABC. Kind of the expected picks. So ABC, we've seen it all day, the Rogue Mage Druid composition. They are all about isolating one person with crowd control on 3 players and then bursting that player down that they pick. We can see Nixie moving in. He's trying to look for a sap. Not able to find the Feral Druid. I think he would like to open on the Feral Druid. Looks like they're going to be forced to go on Infernion here, and I would imagine that they're going to save some of their damage.
Yep, we'll have to see if they can get anything done here. They're actually going to swap it over onto Tebow. This is a nice opener. Will Cavi be able to peel this? It looks like he's trying to. Not too much coming out though. This might just be the game. He trinkets, Link, Healthstone, so many coins. They're just going to try go through that. They kill the Spirit Link. He gates away. Is he going to be able to survive? 13% HP. Nixie's chasing. It looks like he's going to survive. The Aura Master heals. Interrupted by the gouge. Excellent play from Nixie, but they will survive at the cost of 3 trinkets on the side of No Handcakes.
Yep, Cavi is trying to get some counter pressure going right now onto Daisy Duke. He's got him down to half HP, but the smoke bomb gets dropped. They're looking to swap back onto Infernion. Not enough damage, though, to really force anything just yet. Infernion will be able to portal now, get out of line of sight, avoid any potential damage, and ABC have kind of lost their momentum, and Cavi's doing a lot of work now, forcing Daisy Duke to use that Nature Swiftness heal and getting his trinket, so a lot of cooldowns now burned for Daisy Duke. If they can keep getting over to him, they might be able to take him out. I'm interested to see how they decide to deal with this. Infernion now getting swapped to into the kidney shot. A deep freeze over onto Tebow. Infernion trades out that Dark Regeneration, but they just don't care. You're just going to die through it. We just do so much damage. ABC, this is like a
Tebow trinketed, Cavi trinketed, Infernion trinketed. They could have hit anyone with that last go, and like you say, they just built up their damage. You can see how much
can easily kite after that stun, and they didn't really do a lot of damage to him, and the stun DRs would have been over. So I think they had more time to think about what they wanted to do with that.
Yep, so game 2, not too much of a surprise that a smaller map has been selected for the FLS here. The gateway is going to be put up by Infernion, that's also a good start. We'll have to see if they can do a better job of peeling Tebow, because I would be surprised if ABC went for a different opener after having so much success last time.
See, now with Tebow having Urshield on himself, I think they should commit damage to Infernion. They should mind game Tebow. Let's see if Daisy Duke's going to go for that mind game. They're going to sap Tebow, open on Infernion, no kidney shot. So there is still potential to swap. I think they're trying to bait Cavi out of stealth. Cavi is not falling for this bait. He is staying in stealth. There's the kidney shot swap onto Tebow. Cavi needs to save him. He goes for the stun lock onto Nixie, but I think he pre-evasioned it. And that preemptive evasion is getting so much momentum. Tebow now forced to trinket and drop his Spirit Link down at half HP. If they can stick onto him a little bit longer, it looks like they want to swap to a different target. They want to peel the Incarnation right now from Cavi and save Daisy Duke, or Asgaroth. It's kind of confusing as they've got the double name, but Asgaroth on that Resto Druid will escape without trading very many cooldowns at all. His Heart of the Wild and NS is basically nothing, so Asgaroth will have a lot of cooldowns moving forward in the match.
Yeah, and another panic trinket out there from Cavi. He definitely didn't need to do it. He'd already been kind of outplayed a little bit by Nixie, and this is the killing spree. They're trying to punish this now. The DR bash coming out. Do they have the damage to finish off the game? They need to follow up CC onto Tebow. It doesn't look like they're able to do it. Excellent spam fear coming out from Infernion with that Dark Soul, giving him that little bit of extra haste he needed to get those peels. Excellently played by No Handcakes to survive that one, but the opener again was pretty bad. The fact that they survived that go, the Shadow Mill coming out from Cavi does buy them some time, and we see Tag Turkin, of course, playing the Resto Druid for ABC, taking a bit of damage, having to use the Iron Bark on himself. He is potentially a target. He doesn't have any Bark skins available, and he's not topping himself.
Yeah, No Handcakes. I think I like this strategy, going after Daisy Duke relentlessly. So much damage following it up. He's just barely hanging on. He's not going to. Cavi just completely annihilates him, and I like that. No Handcakes, just go, go, go. Aggressive. Their major win condition is killing Asgaroth the Resto Druid. They know that's one of their major win conditions, and they just went for it. So I think that was really well played. No Handcakes, despite falling really far behind, had confidence, kept pushing, and found the kill.
Yeah, and I mean, Tag Turkin, I just think he was too confident. I mean, he didn't top himself for the longest time. He definitely could have. He hit the NS at the end. The Ferocious Bite from Cavi probably caught him off guard. I was wondering when it was going to come out, because Cavi had the option to maim him with those combo points instead. Of course, the Ferals have to make the choice between that maim stun and the damage and the rip bleed. So
Off.
Yep, I completely agree with that one. And Kavi made that offensive play as well. He didn't have to leap after the Druid and go for that kill. He could have just gone back and waited for his trinket to come back. He goes for the kill, it pays off. Tag with the slight blunder, not using that NS, perhaps looking for the Swiftmen for the efficiency, but the Ferocious Bite catching him off guard. We'll see what map we have on the third. It's the Tiger's Peak Arena as we load up Game 3 between ABC and No Handcake.
That ferocious looking tiger, almost as ferocious as Cavi in that last game. We can see ABC moving forward in stealth, completely invisible to No Handcakes right now. Tiva setting up his defensive position, his cloud burst down, so that will provide initial burst healing, but ABC could just wait for it. I really think they should. It is quite a lot of healing at the start of the match for a Shaman. It looks like they are being patient. They're going to wait for that Cloudburst totem, and as soon as that's gone, they're going to move in, and really I'm wondering what they're going to do. Are they going to do the same kind of sap, cheap shot, bait a swap on Tebow, or are they just going to commit damage? It seems like they're going for the sap bait opener, so Cavi is doing well here by being patient. They are committing some damage to Inferno. Now the swap over on the Tebow. Cavi needs to jump in, but Nixie has evasion up again. He just completely outplays Cavi once again, and Tebow's in so much trouble. Barely trinkets, barely gets his Spirit Link down, still taking an immense amount of pressure. Pops his Aura Master, pops his Descendants, pops his second Link. He has nothing left to survive, and they're still just pushing through.
Yep, but at the same time, Cavi does hold on to his trinket this game, so it's a different use of cooldowns. Instead of using 1 link and 3 trinkets, they use 2 links and 1 trinket. Whether it's better or not, we'll have to see. This is the incarnation from Cavi. They're not going to blind him up because they know he has trinket. I guess they just don't want to trade it out for the trinket from the Pharaoh. They know he's perfectly happy to use his trinket in the opener regardless. Lots of damage coming up, but no real cooldowns forced on ABC. Daisy Duke now taking a lot of damage, down to 30%. He's going to need to top himself up. He blinks away. Genesis coming out, just trying to top off with that Heart of the Wild. He should be able to do it. Second evasion for Nixie also forced, so a lot of cooldowns down on the side of ABC.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting an attack on Infernion, but he immediately evacuated that situation. Nixie is trying to catch up, not able to quite yet. Cavi doing a good job peeling. He will stun up Nixie. I'd like to see a clone out of that. Looking for a Cyclone. Doesn't manage to get it. Unfortunately, I believe he was bashed by Asgaroth. Good stop by Asgaroth. He follows it up with a Cyclone now as well. Infernion seems to be doing well. They do actually manage to snag a silence on Tebow. They don't follow it up, though. Oh, finally now following up. Tebow eating that sheep for free, and this could open a window of opportunity for ABC to win. It seems like Cavi's on the other side of the map trying to kill Asgaroth, but he's completely out of position to peel for his Warlock. He's desperately trying to come back. He's going to peel Nixie with a stun. Tebow caught into a deep freeze, followed up by that full Cyclone. Infernion still kind of alone, doing a good job just hanging out behind the pillar right now. Daisy Duke moving in to try. He's got 5 icicles. He could do a lot of damage here. I guess he's going to want to save them until they get CC on the Tebow. Daisy Duke getting swapped over to. Cavi is just relentless, man, just constantly going after Asgaroth. Infernion caught into a smoke bomb. They're looking to try and get a kill with this. I'm not sure if they will be able to. Infernion needs to be careful. Tebow just hanging out behind the pillar. No CC onto him just yet. Infernion seems to be just fine for now. There's the deep freeze. Daisy Duke going for that sheep. Lands the sheep. There's no way to get out of CC. They just need to lock Infernion down. Nixie needs to reconnect. They've got to stun him if they want to finish him off. They don't get the stun. Infernion breaks up the CC and will continue to survive.
Yep, Infernion's playing this so well right now, but he might still be in trouble. The Cloak of Shadows expires from Nixie, but they have the kidney. That's actually going to be the trinket from Tebow, so that's another major defensive cooldown forced out here by ABC. He knows he doesn't have the Spirit Link, so if he triggers too late, he doesn't have that one button which will save Infernion. So the respect trinket coming out there, I can respect that decision as well. Cavi has his trinket coming up, so they do have answers. Infernion's been playing this so well defensively. He's just been kiting Nixie the entire time, saving his Shadow Fury to stop that re-CC. I'm really impressed with how he's playing this one. We'll have to see if it's enough for him to survive. He's going to trinket out of that, use the regen. This is the double kidney coming out from Nixie. That image, of course, reapplying the stun shortly if he can get it, but Infernion's just kiting the image. Gates away. Tebow and CC forever, but it doesn't seem to matter. Now they get the Cyclone. Can they get the kill onto Infernion? They lock him out on the Fear. No pills to come out right now. I think their best choice would be to just try get the low Cyclone on Infernion if they can.
Nixie committing his killing spree, but with no CC, Tebow easily deflects this attack. I really appreciate Cavi that he needs to pressure Asgaroth. He's actually popped his Incarnation. He's caught him out in the open with full dots. This could be dangerous. But Nixie comes back, saves the day with that full blind, and they've got a polymorph on Tebow, so Infernion once again is alone. He's in a good defensive position, though. Nixie not able to reconnect. He wants to make sure that this Incarnation gets shut down from Cavi. He's done a good job so far. Cavi definitely going to want to be maybe re-stealthing, leaps over, He does stun Asgaroth. I feel like that maybe should have been onto Nixie. It seems like there's still quite a bit of pressure as T-Bow needed to use his last Spirit Link for another 2 minutes. Infernion's still at half HP. T-Bow trying to top him off, doesn't manage to get the cast. Forced now to Stone Form out of the silence. Infernion's still at half HP. Daisy Duke now at half HP, but this Deep Freeze onto Cavi should stop quite a bit of pressure. We see the Resto Druid just hopping around, trying to keep full hots. Cavi relentlessly going after him, maybe looking to clone that Barkskin. Nice read by Cavi. Now he needs to come back. He needs to peel for Infernion if he wants to keep him alive. He's really the only one that can do it. Will he be able to? Cavi now caught into a clone, and T-Bow caught into a clone. They rotated over. Infernion completely alone. He's desperately trying to spam these casted fears. He fakes the kick out from Nixie. He's just spamming fear onto everyone. He just needs to be alive just a few seconds longer. T-Bow saves the day. Infernion does it. And now with the rest of this Dark Soul, he's got to get more dots out.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be the end of the game in favor of ABC. Infernion dropping solo, of course. No links were available on the side of T-Bow. He's able to survive that one just about. It was very, very close. And now, because they've survived that, they have trinkets coming up. And Tag Turken is pretty much Dampening's just starting to kick in here. This is where they can look to be offensive, but we see the adrenaline rush on the side of Nixie. He wants to end this game. He knows the longer it goes on, the harder it's going to get. Infernion down to 50% without any CC even landing onto T-Bow just yet. It's just damage coming out, but they're not able to do it. Now they'll swap onto T-Bow. He doesn't have his trinket for this one.
He's in quite a lot of trouble right now. Infernion's still trying to peel for his Shaman, but he's caught into another stun. Nixie looking to try and finish off T-Bow. T-Bow goes for the Orb Rest. They need to gouge this. Oh, but they use the gouge onto Cavi. And without that gouge, T-Bow easily should be able to top himself. He is on diminishing returns for stuns for a few more seconds, so Infernion and Cavi should have time to settle in here and get ready for that. I would expect them to go onto T-Bow again with an attack. Maybe they want to attack the target without Earth Shield. In the meantime, though, Asgaroth, the Resto Druid, is basically out of mana, so no Handcakes as long as they stop him from drinking. Are looking very solid to win this match. Infernion just popping Dark Regeneration at full HP, says, my Shaman is blinded with no trinket. I know I can die here. Gets that cooldown rolling before he even starts taking damage. This is kind of an insane read by Infernion, but now the Dark Regeneration is over. T-Bow is still getting CC'd. Infernion needs to start running. Cavi needs to save him. Will he have enough peels to do it? He gets locked out by the gouge. T-Bow desperately trying to pick him back up here. The Healing Stream towed him down. He's just rip-totting after rip-totting, and he's managed to sort of stabilize. Infernion has to drop that Spirit Link. Now, with that Spirit Link used, they need to push right into the face of ABC.
Yeah, I completely agree. And as we can see, the Ironback and the NS have already been used by Tag Turken. So that's before the Incarnation, which is available for Cavi. This could definitely be an opportunity. They do get the Heart of the Wild out of him. They might choose to wait, but no, this is the Incarnation. They're going for the kill. They've already stunned his trinket. Is he just going to fall here? The Swift Man barely. He blinks away, or he kites away just about the gouge onto Cavi. The only thing keeping Tag Turken alive. He is going to recover from that one. He has nothing left, though. The Tranquility with the Heart of the Wild is going to be his last answer. Once that Heart of the Wild expires, he's just going to do no healing with Dampening stacking. He has no mana. He doesn't even have his Shadow Meld available, so he doesn't have an answer. Here comes the stun. Will they have the follow-up stun? The DR Bash. Is this going to be the end of the game? Cavi doesn't look like he quite has the damage to end this one. The Bash from Tag Turken, he's going to stay alive, but he's just completely tapped.
Yeah, he could have maybe looked for a Cyclone, but he didn't want to risk getting locked out by Infernion. Nixie stepping back over, but he's very low on HP. They're trying to commit to a kill here, but I believe Daisy Duke got cloned on his Deep Freeze, so a nice shutdown by Cavi, and Cavi's been playing this matchup very well. I feel like ABC should be switching to him. He's just getting away with doing whatever he wants. It looks like they are going to try and set up a kill on Infernion right now. They need to keep T-Bow locked down. They do follow it up with a Frost Jaw, but they do not follow it up with a Cyclone, so T-Bow will easily keep Infernion top now. No Handcakes. They've got Dark Soul. They can release quite a lot of spread pressure. Infernion will be pumping out those dots here shortly, I would imagine. He's got full dots on Daisy Duke, full dots on Nixie, full dots on the Resto Druid as well. They could just kill Daisy Duke right here. He's caught in the bash. I don't think Barkskin necessarily could be enough. Cavi thinks it will, so he's going to clone him up at low HP. Now ABC, the entire team is rotting down. Infernion just needs to keep his dots up. Daisy Duke doing a great job of decursing. Removing those curses of agony will remove a lot of damage from Infernion. Asgaroth is sitting down for a drink right now behind the pillar. It's uncontested. He got 40% of his mana back, and because of this drink, it's going to allow them to stay alive a little bit longer.
Yep, that was huge. I really like the fact that he got that drink, but he might come at the cost of Nixie's life. The Ironbark coming out when he's 10% HP. Of course, Daisy Duke is running the Everness as well, so he doesn't have any ice blocks. He could be potentially in trouble. I think he has one of those left over. Tag Turken now the target of choice. Cavi chasing him. He's just going to blink away from that one. Not too much should come of that. He's fully dotted with Dampening at 26% already. He's just struggling so much. That 40% mana that he got literally 30 seconds ago is gone. Completely gone. Daisy Duke, the trinket comes out in the bash, but Nixie, even the Lava Burst from Tebow, that's going to secure it. The CS coming out onto Infernion, but that just means Lava Burst after Lava Burst. They knew they won that Gron, and I was really impressed by how No Handcakes played this game. I think I've been criticizing them in some of these last games. I think Cavi especially has had some misplays, but this game was immaculate. They'll all be in the lower bracket, and our 2 upper bracket teams will actually be No Handcake potentially, and 4 languages. So that'll be a hell of a series to watch as well.
4 RMDs in the losers bracket at the same time.
That's going to be some incredible games. I really hope they will stick to
too many letters.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. No Handcake certainly looking to put that trend into action. This is
really high up.
Arena. We are high. I'm getting a little bit of height sickness. Is that a thing?
I think it is called a phobia.
A phobia. A phobia of heights on 12 Run Arena. Such a big map, even big in height.
Infernion getting that defensive home base down. He's got his gateway. He's got his portal. Now it's up to ABC. What is their strategy? Are they going to open on Infernion and commit to him, or are they going to open on him and swap? They've been swapping every game. That's the predictable strategy if they decide to do it. They might find Cavi. They're kind of right on top of him. I can't believe they don't see him. He's literally right on top of him.
He must see them.
Yeah, how does he not see him? Either way, they're going to commit some damage to Infernion, but it looks pretty similar to the last game. They do swap now over to Tebow. Cavi needs to save the day, but I think he got orbed out of stealth, so he's unable to pounce, and Tebow's just getting annihilated. He trinkets, he drops the Spearling. Now his entire team at half. Tebow pops the Ore Mastery Ascendance. This should completely splash heal his team back to full. They actually swapped to Infernion. He's down to half HP, getting locked out on that Haunt, but it seems like they're going to stabilize. They're getting counter pressure now onto Asgaroth, the Resto Druid, and that Resto Druid just in the middle of the map, getting torn apart right now. Infernion gates in, man. He smells blood in the water. He wants to get in there, but unfortunately he's a Warlock, so after that gateway he's just kind of waddling around.
Yeah, I'm slightly concerned this play is a little overzealous on the side of No Handcakes. I mean, Cavi trinketed the blind. They have a lot of pressure right now, but if ABC can survive this one, they definitely have the opportunity to get that swap onto Cavi. He's playing quite far away from his healer right now. Nixie doesn't look too interested. He's chasing Infernion right now. They get the Cyclone onto Tactic, and they actually use the Shadow Fury, so I'm not sure I like that either, because that is now another thing that's not available to stop ReCC if they do go for this setup in the near future. We see the Dark Soul out from Infernion. He wants to get offensive right now. The question is, can ABC coordinate a good attack in the near future, as Tag Turkin taking a lot of damage. He's caught in this bash. He might just go down. 7% HP. He blinks away. Genesis spam. So close to dying. But at the same time, Infernion, this is what we talked about. They don't really have trinkets. He barely gets the Dark Regeneration off. He's able to pull out that bomb. Not really sure if I'm a big fan of that bomb from Nixie, but both sides could have easily lost the game.
That was so ballsy by Tebow, I feel, right there. Maybe the UI, I think the UI was incorrect, but that was definitely a very close call for Infernion, and he still needs to be careful. Any CC on Tebow and Infernion could go down. Cavi's looking for some defensive clones, lands one over onto Daisy Duke. That will stall out a lot of damage for a few more seconds. Maybe Cavi wants to clone up Nixie now instead. I really think that he should look into it, because that defreeze is available, and ABC are looking to strike. Who are they going to go after here is the question. Infernion getting cloned up. Are they going to switch to Cavi? Cavi leaps in. He's very overextended. I think that maybe they should. Nixie is rotting down. Asgaroth now trying to kite away. He's not taking too much damage as he trades out that Nature Swiftness, and with no full set of Warlock dots, I feel like he should be able to deal with this. It seems like he's actually still getting kind of pressured. He's trying to fake the interrupts, but Cavi just has so many ways to stop this Cyclone. Asgaroth not really able to get any CC out. He will trade the Iron Bark on himself. That will save him. Now Infernion in a bit of trouble, but Tebow saves the day with a huge healing surge, just completely topping off Infernion. Asgaroth in the backline, I feel like, is getting no support. They're just like, you can have the Feral Druid over there, we're not helping you. And I don't think that's the right choice. Yeah,
the Feral Druid is just soloing Asgaroth. I mean, he's kind of okay with him for now, but like the fact that he's playing behind the pillar means the Rogue Mage can't really ever swap to him. Swap to Cavi, I'm talking about, because like they don't have the LOS to get damage on him. They don't have the LOS to step to him and get those stuns. So he's kind of playing on his own. He keeps getting caught out in these stuns. He's never really going to die from it, but Cavi's able to generate so much pressure, which means he's never really pushing in for those Cyclones on Tebow. And without the Cyclones on Tebow, they're getting close to the kill, but they're not quite securing it.
Yeah, and ABC once again are kind of falling into that pattern they were doing before, and they're leaving Cavi open way too much. I mean, look, he's just in the middle of the map. That's the easiest kill I've ever seen. He has no trinket as well. They just keep committing to Infernion. I mean, maybe they can do it. Infernion has Dark Regeneration rolling, so he's healing quite a lot. It's very unlikely they kill unless they get more CC. They don't manage to get the crowd control. In the meantime, Cavi has used his Incarnation. He's going to build up a lot of momentum for his team. Infernion needs to get some more dots out. Connects a nice burst over onto Asgaroth the Resto Druid. Nixie doing an okay job peeling right now. I would like to see the blind. I'm not sure, maybe he doesn't have it. Looks like he's going to be holding on to it regardless. We can see Asgaroth finally able to sort of stabilize, but he's at 30% mana, and this is just looking like a repeat of last game.
Yeah, I completely agree. Nixie's so low, down to 15%. His wall might be too late. He trinkets out of that bash. He should survive, but at the same time, no handcakes. They don't have the trinkets. They have 18 seconds to exploit that. This full sheep not really doing anything. Daisy Duke did a good job of landing that, but there's no real damage. Nixie's just been under so much pressure. He's getting cloned up twice now by Cavi, who has just been playing phenomenally these last couple of games. And he just seems so happy, like he's so comfortable. Now we see the kidney onto him. Can they do anything with it? They've already kind of wasted the DRs onto Tebow, so I think this is going to be another kidney which doesn't really achieve anything. There was just a mismatch of CC there. The deep freeze sheep came out from Daisy Duke. Nothing happened onto the DPS. And then the kidney comes out, but of course he's already DR.
Finally, ABC are using the map. They're finally pulling no handcakes away from their gate. If they can continue pulling away, they might be able to expose a possible kill target. They're looking for some crowd control, but I believe Infernion managed to break it up, and now Cavi with that defensive clone will prevent any pressure coming out from ABC. Now going over onto Asgaroth the Resto Druid, he decides to trinket out of that bash. Doesn't want to have to overuse cooldowns. You can respect that. Bash is the longest stun that he can get put in, so it's a respectable trinket, but he is running out of mana. He needs to maybe find an opportunity to drink. He has displaced away. I think he is potentially, no, he's not actually at all. He's blinking in to maybe try and get some CC onto Tebow. They follow it with a polymorph instead, and now Infernion has no gateway. He's very far away from it. He cannot kite really at all. Full blind onto the trinket. Ooh. Infernion should just go down. He portals out of line of sight. He needs to kite Nixie. He's doing a good job so far, just zigzagging around the box, but finally Nixie will reconnect, but no damage. Infernion did an amazing job to survive there by himself.
Yeah, and that was such a nice play coming out from Nixie. Insta blind on the trinket, couldn't get the spirit link, and maybe they can still get the kill here. The link will now finally come out after that deep freeze. But ABC, they had a long run of pressure there. Infernion played it brilliantly, as we've seen. He was able to use that big pillar to his advantage. Of course, the map choice working out a little bit against ABC there. And now we see they're able to go offensive. There's no trinkets on the side of no handcakes, though. They do need to be a little bit careful. A kill window is definitely open as the adrenaline rush is active for Nixie right now. Please swap to Cavi. I would love it so much. They're going to go on Infernion again. They can definitely kill him here. Anyways, he's down to 20%. He's just going to fall. This is going to be game, and we're going to 2-2 in this series between ABC and no handcakes.
I mean, I guess
possible kill target. We've seen him die, perhaps in situations he shouldn't, and sometimes he's just died just due to the pressure, just the play style that ABC is opting to. And actually, we're completely wrong.
Oh,
a great man knows when to step back and say they're wrong. Blaze Edge Arena is the map choice. So
I didn't think you could take the camera this far away.
This camera path, maybe not the easiest to cast from, but the game hasn't really started yet. We'll see ABC pushing in for that perfect opener. How are they going to open it up?
This map is really good for Infernion. He can put his portal on the top, jump down, portal up, and because of that, I think that ABC need to change their targets. They're starting on Infernion much like the last time. They should swap. That's kind of what I'm predicting here. They do make the swap onto Tebow. This opener, they've practiced this a lot, obviously, and Tebow could be in quite a bit of trouble. It has to trade that Trinket Spirit Link, and maybe has to trade more cooldowns if they can stick onto him a little bit longer. Ascendance or Mastery. That's the same opener we've seen almost 3 games in a row, and I think Tebow dealt with it that time very well.
Yep, I agree. And they trade out one trinket. They're going to use the Dark Regeneration. Is actually Daisy Duke did a great job of landing that sheep. I'm not sure he should have been able to land that one. But they get the Dark Regen. Not too much is going to be forced out here. The Dark Soul from Infernion didn't do too much work. They do get the Heart of the Wild out of Tag Token. Of course, that's a 6-minute cooldown, but that's going to rotate nicely, so they'll have that for the start of dampening.
Yep, we can see a haunt over onto Asgaroth the Resto Druid. If Cavi can get his little hiney over there, he might be doing a lot of damage. He's just sprinting across the map. They do catch him in a stun, but Asgaroth was ready for it. Infernion caught into a kidney shot. Immediate trinket, immediate portal, immediate gate. He's out of there. I would like to see maybe a swap onto Tebow. They decide to follow it up with a polymorph. Asgaroth is struggling, though. His entire team at half HP. It's not a comfortable situation for him. It's going to be very hard for him to look for Cyclones. Nixie caught into a Shadow Fear. Is he going to get soloed by Infernion is the question. Now Asgaroth caught into a bash, caught stunned on his trinket. Asgaroth in so much trouble. Cavi just annihilating him. Finally connecting a big heal to himself. Now Infernion completely alone. He needs to portal. He needs to get out of there. T-Bow's going to connect the Spirit Link instead. With this Spirit Link trade, they need to stay in their face. They need to get more dots out.
Yeah, it's good communication on the side of No Handcakes. They could have easily overlapped the port and the link there. Both of them were pushing for 2 different plays, but they are able to communicate that nicely. Infernion's still not out the woods, though. Can they get the recyclones onto T-Bow? It doesn't look like it. He doesn't really have any cooldowns. No trinket, no spirit links available. Infernion's still not going to get topped off for quite a while here. Cavi doing an excellent job casting those cyclones. Nixie's going to cloak that one, but he gets maimed on his cloak. They're going to get the cyclone anyways. That should shut down. He actually trinkets offensively, but I'm not sure if too much is going to come of that. They get the deep freeze.
If they get Iron Bark out from Asgaroth, Nixie is a completely viable kill target in a minute from now. But they need to make it to that point. Infernion is in quite a lot of trouble right now. T-Bow isn't trinketing. He's deciding to hold on to it. Ballsy play. Infernion portals up. T-Bow finally trinkets, but he gets recycled. Infernion in so much trouble, he ultimately goes down. And I'm wondering if T-Bow should have trinketed right away. I mean, he didn't have any cooldowns to use. He wanted to be as greedy as he could, but unfortunately, Infernion will go down. I'm actually very surprised he died that fast on this map. They picked this map specifically for Infernion to have an easier time. And that still didn't look easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the thing that didn't work out for them was the fact that Cavi was forced to play quite close to ABC. And the thing that won the game here was Tactican was just able to get so many cyclones out. I don't know if the control onto Cavi was just better this game or if he just went for it a little bit more. We saw he wasn't that comfortable topping off his team the entire time, but the risk certainly pays off for them. And they're going to advance 3-2. Into our upper bracket final.
I still feel like damage is very important in this matchup because in that match, ABC out-damaged the FLS, which is not normal. That is not normal. So that either means they were completely shutting Infernion down, completely shutting Cavi down, and then also getting momentum. So I feel like Infernion's team maybe could have played that